looking for the only one that I can give my all to. Tell me if it's you. What you wanna do, make a move. You can be my teacher, I'll do homework. You can give me extra credit, baby, I'll do more work.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. We have, I believe, one more in this series of fragrances from Decant Shop. We're doing one more next week. And then, I gotta be honest with you, we'll either be back the next week with more sample shopping or the week after. And if I don't do the sample shopping, I'll do another in my series of How a Gentleman Should videos. Next one I'm going to be doing, by the way, is How a Gentleman Should Be Caring for His Hair. So expect that coming soon. The fragrances we're going to be talking about today were supplied to me by decantshop.com. Definitely use that website for all of your decanting needs. Now you can actually buy decant supplies as well. So if you want to send samples out, swaps with one of your buddies, or you just want to keep little, like I do, little decants in your office when you need to freshen up, it's a great way to just get those vials and use them yourself. But of course, you can always pick up fragrances there as well, trade in and sell fragrances, and coupon code MAX12 is going to work for almost anything on the site. Doesn't work for the decanting supplies because the price is already so low that Decant Shop cannot drop them any lower, but it will work for any fragrance you're interested in picking up. Coupon code MAX12. The website is Decant Shop. Now, 4 scents for you guys this week. Interesting ones. Let's get right into it. First up, we have a fragrance from the House of Naying Nay. Now, we looked at their fig scent a few months back, and I like that one. I think, personally, there are better fig scents out there, but I thought that was pretty good. This one is called Lettre Reve. Or Lettre Reve, which translates to Dreamt Beach Dream. And this one is tougher to locate. Lucky Scent doesn't have it. I think I found one retailer that did have it online for $160. And the notes on this guy are star anise, mandarin, cinnamon, clove, sandalwood, vetiver, patchouli, plum, wisteria, cedarwood, guaiac wood, jarcanda, leather, musk, and port. So a lot of interesting notes on this one. And the perfumés behind this release, Karine Chevalier and Stefan Humbert Lucas, and this is a 2008 release. I think it's a really interesting scent. It's dark, it's spicy, it's sort of brooding. There's some smokiness to this. You know, it certainly reminds me of a fall or a winter appropriate scent. It's something that, you know, first time I smelled this, I kind of thought, gee, this is something Serge Lutens. I could totally see Serge Lutens releasing. I definitely pick up plum and cinnamon and clove. Very nice, impressive fragrance. You know, it's not completely unique. There's other fragrances out there, but it has a nice dry down as well. You get this powdery musk at the dry down. A complex, very complex and multifaceted scent that I think will do wonders in the cold. So really interested in that one. Secondly, we have a designer release, and this is a relatively recent designer release, not in the past few months, but recent enough. This is just the Essenza version of Acqua di Gio, and that means it's basically the perfume strength of the most popular men's fragrance of all time. As of now, you can get a 6-ounce bottle of this on Amazon for around $100, or a 75 ml bottle for $75. Both really good deals. This is an Alberto Morales creation, came out in 2012. The notes on it are, there's a cascalone molecule, which is supposed to mimic fresh cold water. There's bergamot, grapefruit, jasmine, basil, sage, and a paradisol molecule, which is made up of notes of patchouli, cedar, vetiver, ambrox, ambergris, pepper, and clary sage. And this is a great fragrance. I almost, like every man in America, has had a bottle of Acqua di Gio. You just can't really beat it for freshness. It's top in its class there. But it's sort of obviously gotten to the point where you don't want to wear it because you want to stand out. It's sort of an anathema to those who really want to be an individual. So I give Giorgio Armani a lot of props because they haven't killed us with endless flankers of this fragrance. Think about it, you know, seriously. This one is Essenza, and it's essentially the parfum version of the original. So you can't really hate on them putting this one out because it's also really nice. It's on my to buy list. To me, it's just a more intense and a little bit better version of the original. It smells like something that Acqua di Parma could have easily release. It's just really high quality. You get excellent performance, sort of the next tier up, and respect Armani for really making their first flanker to Acqua di Gio a very worthwhile flanker, in my opinion. Now, third up, we have my first fragrance from a house that I have wanted to try forever. I've never smelled this. All the times I've been to Min, I've never smelled a fragrance from this house. Just never checked it out. And it's a niche house from the U.S. called Keiko Mecheri. And Keiko Mecheri is a Japanese-born artist and pianist. She came to the U.S. to attend UCLA, wound up setting up in California. She has 2 lines currently. There's a bespoke line, which is a bit pricey, and then her sort of normal release line, which is very wallet-friendly. This one called, Bois Santal, is from the original line. And the 75 bottle of it is going to go for $115. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Notes on it are sandalwood from Mysore, white Chinese osmanthus, and ambergris. So very simple but high quality notes. Mysore sandalwood is insanely expensive, but very little sandalwood is actually coming from Mysore now. I've been told that trees with Mysore roots are planted in other places other than Mysore, and that sort of sandalwood is considered to be Mysore sandalwood, because I don't think there's much Mysore sandalwood left anymore. I think there's regulations against farming for it, but still it does have really expensive sandalwood in this. Osmanthus, I think, is the most expensive flower in perfumery, and natural ambergris is also insanely expensive. So this should be an interesting fragrance. Let's take a look. Now, real quick, I just want to let you guys know, I didn't have a good first experience with a scent from this house. After I actually smelled this for the first time, one of the guys that works for me, I manage a small sales team, a little bit of tongue twister, and I've gotten a few guys into niche, and this guy went to Min, and he got a scent from this house, and he brought it in, like, what do you think of it, Max? It's called Blue Sidonia, and to me, it smelled like a $115 watered-down version of Terry Mugler cologne, so I wasn't impressed with it at all. I do like this one. If you're looking for a high-end niche sandalwood scent, though, you're going to be let down by this. To me, I get more ambergris and osmanthus personally than sandalwood. It's very safe smelling. You know, there's nothing risky or daring about this fragrance. Sort of just like Blue Sidonia, but it's not a bad scent. It smells good. Very easily could be a female designer scent, I think, is where I run into problems with this, because I think at that over $100 level, you want something that smells a little bit more unique. Finally, this week we have one from Castle Forbes. Now, Castle Forbes is a Scottish house that is best known, I think, for making exceptionally good wet shaving gear. Creams, aftershaves, but they do also do fragrances. And this one is called Gentleman's Cologne. You can find it online for around $100. Notes on it are lemon, bergamot, and citrus at the top. We've got lavender and fern in the middle, and we've got oak moss and woodsy notes in the base. And this is nice. You know, at $50, I'd buy this, I think. But at $90 to $100, at what this retails for, I think it's a little too much. Definitely barbershop vibe fragrance here. You get the lavender and fern with the oak moss, fougere all the way here. Smells like a men's barbershop in London or Scotland in the 1960s. Now, maybe that's something you're going to like. Maybe that's something you're not going to like. You know, $50, as I said, I would add this to my lineup. But at this price point, I personally would rather get a Penhaligon's fragrance. You know, you go to the Castle Forbes website, you know that they really put a lot of love into their fragrances, and I understand why they're charging $95, but for me, it's just personally not a match. So, you know, let's rank them. You know, I guys do this every time. If I had to pick my first favorite from this bunch, it would be the ADG. Then I'd go, I think, with the Nay. Then I would go with Castle Forbes, and I think I go with the Keiko last. So, boom. Now, next week, guys, we're going to do, I said last episode from this haul, we're going to be looking at a fragrance from the house of Nasamato. We're going to be looking at another fragrance from the house of Keiko Mecheri, see if they've had a chance to redeem themselves in my eyes. And then finally, we're going to finish up the haul with a fragrance, a really surprising fragrance for me. Really surprised at how much I liked this feminine fragrance from the house of Serge Lutens. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a review this week. Lots of other good stuff coming. We're going to be doing, as I said, how a man should properly care for his hair. We've got another collection video coming up. I'm going to do a little brand profile, if it's not already up, might already be up, of 4,160 Tuesdays. You guys know I reviewed what I did on my holidays about a month back, and I've been in communication with the owner and the parfumer, Sarah McCartney. She sent me a really nice little package yesterday that I'm very grateful for, because I really got to smell all of her fragrances now. Man, am I impressed with that house. Like the last indie house that really knocked me off my feet, like this one is Josh Meyer's Imaginary Authors. I think they're both, you know, almost equal in my eyes, but both incredible for very different reasons. So I'll talk about that a little bit. That'll be another video coming up. We will have a summer starting lineup coming up. We'll have another collection video, more in the how-to series. Please check out my blog, MaximilianMustKnow.com. And again, decantshop.com makes these videos possible. So if you want to keep seeing them, go to decantshop.com, pick up some decants, pick up some decanting supplies, sell some of the fragrances that are sitting in your house and not getting used. It makes no sense for them to just be on the shelf when you can convert them into fragrances you do want or get cash for them. Thank you all so much for watching. decantshop.com, coupon code MAX12. I obviously am Maximilian, and I love you.